In 8th grade, section 6.7, we're dealing with similar figures. So we're going to put a little bit of geometry in it. But basically, similar figures are not congruent. Congruent figures or equal figures are basically two things that are equal. Their perimeter is equal. Two shapes that are equal. Their perimeters are equal. Their area is equal. Their sides are equal. Everything about it is equal to each other. Okay, similar figures is the same shape, but it doesn't have to be the same size. So it could be bigger or smaller than the other shape, but they still have things in common, but they're not exactly the same. Kind of like how we're using models, like in the other section, when we're dealing with the actual White House and we're dealing with a scale model of the White House. The actual White House is going to be a lot bigger than the scale model, but a scale model states that everything on the inside is supposed to model the original, just different sizes. So, in similar figures, all the angles are the same. So if I have mama triangle and baby triangle, the angles are still at the same width. Okay, they're still open the same one, especially if we're doing scale models of, like, when we're talking about the White House, you know. The pillars should all be the same, the windows should be all the same, not the same size, but where it's placed, how far apart, blah, 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 the proportionate. What is the same, what is not the same is the sides, of course, because mama triangle has bigger sides than baby triangle, but what they are is proportionate. So for example, if I have windows in my scale model of the White House, and the windows are maybe 300 times smaller, okay, then that means the door has to be 300 times smaller. It means the pillars have to be 300 times smaller. Everything that is supposed to be the counterpart in the original should be proportionate. So all my sides, so AB, so this angle and this angle should, this is how I match the sides. 1 to 2 angle congruence, do you see that? So AB should be proportionate to EF. That means that if I divided AB over EF, it should be the same number, or the scale factor, right? Remember that? As BC over FG. I have to match the angles correctly, or else the proportions won't be the same, because they don't have to be. Even though they're equal. That doesn't mean all sides are proportional to the others. I have to match the corresponding one. And then AC over EG. Okay? So number 1, the figures are similar. So they're stating that in both A and B they're similar. So we're assuming that two things. All angles are equal and all sides are proportional. So I need to find each missing measure. So I know in this case MO is proportionate to AC, because this is 2, 1. That's how I match it, AC. Because sometimes they'll have these rotated and all sorts of stuff, so it doesn't mean that's always the same side. Because this could be pictured this way, but I should still be able to match because it's 2 to 1. So MO over AC, and it should, MN should equal AB. OP should equal, not equal, sorry, but be proportionate to CD. And then NP should be BD, proportionate to BD. That means if I fill these all in, and then I found the decimals of all of this, it should give me the same number, which is the scale factor. But I don't need to solve 4 different fractions, because it's only asking me to find x, not all the missing sides. So let's fill in what we know. MO is 3. OP is x. AC is 12. And CD is 33. In order for me to solve equal fractions, I only need 2 fractions, okay? So I'm going to take the 2 fractions it's given me, and I'm going to ignore the rest. So 3 times 33 equals 12x. Okay? I have feelings 99. Miss P should have known that. Divide both sides by 12. I end up with x equals 7.62. Let me write that better. Okay, 7.62. So again, I just have to find proportionate sides, two sets of proportionate sides, and then cross multiply. So for this case, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So I know that 5 is proportionate to 10, and this is 4 to 1, 4 to 1, and x is proportionate to 24. Right? So 5 times 24, and then equals 10x. 120 equals 10x. Divide by 10. I end up with, this cancels out, x equals 12. So go ahead and write that down. Do page 307 number 2, 307 number 2, and I will see you in class.